Everyone is hyping X-Men 97 Wave 3 as flawless, 1000% perfect. Everyone except me. Today, I'm taking a closer look at what many are calling the best Marvel Legends Jubilee head sculpt ever. But when I put her side by side with past Jubilee figures, will I agree or call out the hype? Let's find out. I'll admit, this sculpt nails the art style of Amelia Vidal. It's really a perfect match for X-Men 97 art. But is it truly the best Jubilee head ever made? That's where the comparisons will come in, and we'll get to that a little later. From what I've understood, one of the inspiration of Amelia Vidal is anime, and this Jubilee, she screams anime girl. She looks like one of the characters from a Japanese cartoon. Her signature pink eyewear or pink sunnies are glued onto her forehead. It's a shame that you cannot remove it, but it's nicely detailed with a white cell shading. I'm glad that's the only cell shaded part of this figure because that gives us the opportunity to include her with other comic book characters. Consistent to the show and the comic books, her eyes are inkjet printed brown. There is subtle inkjet printed wash surrounding her eyes and around her nose to highlight the sculpt. She has nice thin painted lips and she has that Jubilee earpiece as well. Just like the rest of the figures in X-Men 97, her hair is somewhat solid in certain areas. There's some sculpted lines, but it's mostly solid. Just a minor flea-sized defect are the paint. You can see there are some paint smudges of silver. In the show, the zipper line is somewhat a different color. It's a dark gray color. The figure has shiny silver, which is alright. No problems with that. The problem I have with Hasbro is they did not continue the zipper all the way down. Probably it's a tooling budget concern, so they have to reuse parts. So they cannot create a new part with sculpted zippers, just like what they did with Generation X. It is clear in the Generation X art of Terry Dodson that both M and Husk, the zipper line ends near the belly or towards the waist. It should be the same with Jubilee as well. It's just a minor gripe, but as a meticulous reviewer, I needed to point that one out. Since the lower torso is a reuse, probably the legs are from X-23 or whoever they got the legs for X-23. You can see the boot cut is actually the same for X-23 and Jubilee. But in terms of the hips are a bit different. Her jacket is not hard plastic. It won't hinder articulation, especially for the legs. To match the jacket, the arms are yellow plastic. When you remove this jacket, the sleeves of her yellow jacket will remain. But the good thing right here is it's now double jointed elbows. Inside, she has something to hide, actually, the armpits. This is X-Men 97 Jubilee without the jacket. It looks familiar because I reviewed several figures with the same qualities. On top of the shoulder, you can see there is that I really don't know what to call it. It's a hole. Also the same for her armpits. There's that hole. So luckily she has a jacket so she can hide those things. With the jacket on, it's not noticeable at all, especially since it's a yellow colored plastic. It would just like blend in with the rest of her jacket, especially when she raises her arm like that. Since no one mentions it, I try to mention it. For accessories, the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Jubilee comes with a pair of open palm expressive hands in all black plastic. There is a total of 6 hands. For these hands, it can hinge forward and back. The next set of hands is not a pair. She has an open palm soda pop holding hand which can hinge forward and back, and her left hand is a closed fist hand that can hinge forward and back as well. It's just hard to move it because of her jacket. If you think I'm upset with this figure, I'm really not. This is one of the best setup hands that Hasbro gave us. This is a pair of fireworks hands. These are new sculpted pieces and they really look great. There is a translucent purple, then there's blues, then there's like popcorn stuff coming out of it. After Mafex Gambit, I think Mafex is doing this and I hope others would do that instead of separating the effect from the hand. Because for my Mafex Gambit, the peg on one of his hands broke off. I had to glue it on because the effect piece is so heavy. So I prefer the effects to be glued in permanently to the hands. The final accessory is my little soda pop. A shout out to K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a reuse, repaint of the soda pop that came with the Into the Spider-Verse Peter B. Parker. It's the exact same mold, just painted differently. Overall, it's a good action figure representation of Amelia Vidal's art for X-Men '97 Jubilee. But is this the best Marvel Legends Jubilee head sculpt ever? Or it's just a hype? Speaking of hype, I hope you hype this review. Give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. For places where the figures in this review might still be available, I left some links in the description below.
I'm Tigerknot!
The only Jubilees I have in my collection, the 2019 Caliban BAF Jubilee. She has 2 heads, 2 sunglasses, and 2 hands. The next Jubilee is from the 2023 60 years anniversary of X-Men box set. She has 2 heads as well, 1 sunnies, and 4 hands. And she has this translucent swirly whirly effects. For 2025, we have X-Men '97 Jubilee with 6 hands. All 3 Jubilees come with open palm expressive hands, a pair. X-Men '97 Jubilee comes with 1 closed fist hands, while the 60th anniversary comes with 2. She is the only one with this type of power effects attached to a hand. This one has swirly whirlies. The old one, 2019, does not have any. She has a soda pop and a hand to hold the soda pop. To answer the question, which Jubilee for me has the best head sculpt, it's gotta be the 2023. It has the best inkjet printed version of the old 2019 Jubilee. Just taking a closer look, you can see her blue eyes right there. Sometimes it's blue, but mostly it's supposed to be brown eyes. I guess the X-Men '97 Jubilee is more comic book accurate in terms of the eyes, but in the X-Men team uniform, she does have blue eyes. Probably a better comparison is with the sunnies up. Here are the bubble gum heads of the 2019 and 2023 Jubilees. I still think the 2023 is better compared to the X-Men '97 Jubilee. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I wanted to recreate this comic book art, so here is a head swap with the 2023 Team Uniform Jubilee head on the X-Men '97 body. It's not a good look at all because her neck is so long. This means the anime-inspired head of X-Men '97 Jubilee will not have a neck in any of the prior Jubilee body molds. If you try using the new firework effect hands, it's very loose for any of the older Jubilees. It will just swing around. It won't balance properly. Here is a head swap using the 2023 head with the bubble gum and the swirly whirly effects and the yellow gloved hands. Not recommended because of the skin tone mismatch and the long neck. Here is the 2019 Caliban BAF Jubilee head sipping a soda pop, and the skin tone won't match, so it's difficult to head swap between Jubilees. Unfortunately, we cannot use the comic book based head sculpts on the new X-Men 97 Jubilee body. If you found the head swaps and Kitbash useful, hope you give this review a hype, a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. The new Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Jubilee stands 14.5 centimeters or 5.7 inches tall. According to the Impel trading card, she stands 5 feet tall, making this figure slightly tall for her comic book height. But in the show X-Men 97, she is actually 5 feet 5 inches tall, making this figure accurate to the show height. 6-inch scale Hasbro Marvel Legends size comparison with X-Men 97, The House of Summers, Auntie Emma Frost, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Cable, and the Goblin Queen. Moving on to the House of Darkholm, X-Men 97 Nightcrawler, Target exclusive Mystique, X-Men 97 Rogue. Two men that are fatally attracted to each other, X-Men 97 Wolverine and X-Men 97 Magneto. A callback to the 90s with the Generation X members, X-Men 97 Emma Frost, Banshee, Monet, Husk, and Chamber. Marvel Legends Spider-Man size comparison, Miles Morales, Secret War Spider-Man, Maximum Series Spider-Man, Renew Your Vow Spider-Man. A fellow teenager X-23, masculine female body mold X-Factor Jean Grey, Gamerburst Psylocke, and Warbird. And for one last time, side by side with comic book versions of the character, Jubilee from the Caliban Build-A-Figure wave, and the X-Men team uniform Jubilee. 1/12 scale size comparison, Medicom Toy Mafex, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. From Executive Replicas and Loose Collector, Crusade Comics She, and Darna, Philippines version of Wonder Woman by Halimaw Sculptures and Loose Collector. Arcade game-based characters, Jada Toy Street Fighter, Blanca, Kami, Sagat, Ryu. 6-inch scale versus 7-inch scale size comparison with Marvel Legends Sabretooth and Marvel Select Sabretooth. Which Sabretooth matches the height in the show? Let me know in the comments below. 6-inch scale Marvel Legends celebrating 80 years Hulk, and the 7-inch scale Marvel Select Immortal Hulk or the Rampaging Hulk. For packaging, Jubilation Lee comes in the retro X-Men 97 packaging. For Wave 3, a new X-Men team art on the top. On the side is art by Amelia Vidal. Bottom says Jubilee. In-box collector-friendly packaging where you can see all of the figure and the accessories. At the back is product renders of the figures in Wave 3 and a product render of Jubilee. Warning legalities, the barcode. As a good responsible company, Hasbro encourages you to recycle the packaging. For articulation, her head can move from side to side easily, can look up, can look down that much, arms can extend that far, do a full 360 right here without any hindrance, bicep swivel, double jointed finless elbows can reach her face like that, wrist can swivel, can hinge forward and back, she has no butterfly joint, she has a upper torso swivel right here, no waist swivel, can crunch forward that much, not really much, can crunch backward that far, she can do a split easily, no problems at that, she has an upper thigh swivel right here, double jointed pinless knees, can kick that way to the back, the plastic is up, it's okay, a boot swivel, feet can hinge forward and back, and has an ankle rocker. My final thoughts on the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Jubilee. Personally, I mainly collect comic-based figures, so I was hoping she could double as a Vampire Jubilee from the comics. I tried a few head swaps right here, but honestly, I wasn't happy with the results. That said, for collectors focused on the X-Men 97 lineup, this figure really nails the animated look. It's spot on to the show. No major defects, just a couple of minor nitpicks on my end, and most of you can probably ignore them. Overall, this is definitely a must-have if you are building out your X-Men 97 shelf. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hope you give it a hype, like and share the review, and make sure to subscribe. I got the entire X-Men 97 Wave 3 in hand, and every figure review is coming soon. Each one of the reviews that I make usually takes over 8 hours to put together for just a 15-minute content. But since you voted for detailed reviews over quick, unedited ones, that's exactly what I'm delivering. In the meantime, I hope you check out the playlist of other X-Men 97 figures I reviewed, linked on the top right corner of your screen. Again, thank you for supporting my channel by watching my reviews, and I hope to see you in the next one.